First and foremost, I want to start off by saying Kalalal, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Stone, and shalom to the brothers out there in the highway and byways doing this work in sincerity and in truth. This is the brother Aria from GMS Jamaica. Just here with a quick lesson, an exhortation to the brothers. Sometimes some things pop up to you in the spirit, and it's always best, to bring it out, share it with the brothers. You never know if you can help out a brother in a situation or bring up a brother's spirit. You know what I mean? So, with that said, just I'll go into the lesson. The title of this lesson is Be Thy Brother's Keeper. And with that said, I'm going to start at Genesis 4 and 8. So, and Cain talked with Abel, his brother. And it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. So we all know the story of Cain killing his brother. And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not, am I my brother's keeper? And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. So the Lord, Cain killed him brother, and the Lord asked him when brother, and his response was, Am I my brother's keeper? Just going to the Hebrew here, find the word keeper.
Strong's H 8104. Shamer.
Right?
Shamer.
The meaning, the definition of this word, it go down to keep, guard, observe, give heed, have charge of, to watch, or to watch for, to keep, retain, or treasure up. So he was supposed to, he ask if I'm brother keep, am I supposed to keep my brother? So me supposed to guard my brother? Well, if he's your brother, well, naturally, yes, you're supposed to guard him. But because him doing brother wrong and him know him do evil under the Lord's sight, him wouldn't want to be in brother's keeper. Just I jump to another precept here, which I could be James 5. I go James 5 and 19. It's a brethren, if any of you do err from the truth, and one convert him, let him know that he which is converted, the sinner from let him know that he which converted the sinner from the error of his ways shall save a soul from death and shall hide a multitude of sins. Right? So, and this may I speak this precept in regards to the brotherhood. If you see a and you convert him, and if you convert him, what you do? You keep your brother. Right? So are you your brother's keeper? Yes, you are your brother's keeper. Because guess what? If you keep him, the scripture tell you, it's a let him know that he which converted the sinner from the error of his ways shall save a soul from death and shall hide a multitude of sins. So being your brother's keeper, you save a soul. Right? And it hide a multitude of sins. So why you wouldn't want to be your brother's keeper? That's the question. Why you wouldn't want to be your brother's keeper if it's so beneficial? Jumping on another precept here also. I'm gonna go Galatians 6. I'm gonna start at 1. Right? It's a brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. you know. Restore. So keep your brother. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. Right? So keep your brother, lest you be tempted. Because guess what? If you tempted, naturally, you don't want your brother to be a keeper. Right? Me sure you don't want your brother to restore you in the spirit of meekness also. You know what I mean? So all the way out here in this truth, you know, going through the motions in a society right now, being amongst two-third and the wicked and in this corrupt and just system, you know, we're supposed to keep each other. We're supposed to be each other's brothers keeper, yo. Because in the end, all of we would want our brother to be our keeper. Because we don't want to know, say, look, we are go off, you know, or we are slack off, and a brother can reach out for restore you. You know, you fall off of the wagon and a brother can stretch forth a hand to pull you back up on the wagon. You know, jump at verse 2, it says, bear ye one another's burden and so fulfill the law of Yahushua Mashiach. You know, so we're there to bear each other's burden, yo. We're there to be each other's keeper. We are not kin. You know, we are not kin. We are not murderer. You know, we're there for each other. You know, the scripture also say, iron sharpeneth iron. You know, that Proverbs 27. I think 27 and 17. It say iron sharpeneth iron. So we're there to keep each other. We're there to restore each other. We're there to keep each other sharp. You know what I mean? We're there to be each other's keeper. That's what we're there for. You know? That's why we have a brotherhood, yo. That's why I call a body. You know? If me hungry and me get food, you know, me use my hand. You know what I mean? And the hand bring the food to the mouth. And the mouth chew the food. You swallow the food and the internals do the rest. You know? So each member of the body keep the body afloat. So each brother keep each brother afloat. You know what I mean? So we all there to be each other's keeper. And I go jump in Matthew. Cause we there talk about brother. You know, I jump off Matthew. I go. I go 46. It said, while he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother, and who are my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand towards his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren, for whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother. So those who do the will of the heavenly Father, yo, our brothers. And of them we really there for keep, you know. Them we there for keep through this darkness where we come. You know, we're there for build up each other. And at the end of the day, we know say every man have to do it at them own. You know, them own for somebody to do where them don't want to do. But nonetheless, if your brother falls short, you can give him a helping hand and help him up. You know? So just as I say, make we be each other's keeper, yo. Be thy brother's keeper. Because we say, if we fall in a situation, I'm sure a majority of us, or all of us, would have liked to know, say, our brother dead to keep with and to restore with if things happen certain way, if we fall short. You know what I mean? And just end it right there. And that was again, Kalalal, Yahweh, Shai, Bashem, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to all the brothers out there in the highway and byway, doing this for in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.